Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all air signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance, leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. This week I find myself traveling, so I've only brought one deck of cards with me, the Pagan Other Worlds. And because of the simplicity of my packing, I have decided to do a one card pull for this week because there is so much that comes from just one singular card, and it's not very often that I do this type of reading, so sometimes it's good to just go back to basics. And today you have the Knight of Cups, and on this card we have a brown horse that has a very curved neck looking down at the ground, and a man sitting on the back of the horse with no saddle or anything like that, and he's dressed in some very warm clothes, some very woolly, warm, long-haired looking natural and organic clothes, and kind of shamanistic, and then he has what I think are bells on his back or something like that, and then he has a headdress on that's just one wing of a black bird, and he's holding that cup, and he's walking, well, the horse is walking across what I think is a cliff near the ocean, so the ocean is just below him there, and he has a very determined look on his face, and it almost looks as if he's in a kind of a trance, just holding that cup in like a cataleptic trance, a shamanistic trance. And maybe you found yourself in this kind of position, maybe not so much on a horse, but in a trance and cataleptic, and really just staring forward into whatever it is that you're seeing and envisioning or processing. And maybe some people around you are kind of like, what are you doing? What's going on? And maybe interrupted you. Realizing that you can do these shamanic practices anywhere, anytime. He's kind of doing it on the back of this horse. And to get into this trance state is to become absorbed to the fault of all else, where everything else slips away. So he's very determined to get to where he wants to get to, and he's very determined in his vision here. His eyes are just so piercing on this card, looking towards the future. And the horse is looking down at the ground. Like I said, its head is so arched forward, looking down at the ground. It's making sure that it makes no wrong step. I think that there's like some sort of party or something coming up for you. This elaborate dress, some dancing or some party. And people are waiting for you. People are eagerly waiting for you. And maybe it will take you a long time to get to where you're going to. It's a long journey, and that's why you've had to go on a horse here. He also kind of has feathers on his feet as well. Feathers on the head, feathers on the feet. Quick as the mind, quick as the feet. Thinking quickly on your feet, improvising, impromptu. You could also be in some sort of theatre, having to dress up as a different character and assume a different character. And there is an element of acting or play here, that impromptu sort of thing. And maybe you're the lead character. Or maybe this party is like a fancy dress party or something like that. I'm just getting, yeah, fancy dress party, or there's like you're putting together like a amateur kind of play or an amateur type of show, just for entertainment, just for fun. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for this card. Very determined, very passionate as well. You know, to put on all of that dress, all of that garb is a commitment. And it's a very involved commitment, you know, that passion. So maybe if you're feeling a little bit lacking in vitality, or you're just not really in the zone, you can put on some sort of other clothes or other garments to bring yourself up to the level that you need to be brought up to. And you know, there's a lot in clothing. It can really change how you perceive yourself and how obviously other people perceive you. But there's a lot of power in clothing. So really utilizing that this week. And if you're feeling a little bit low, well then, you know, dress up. Overdress. Well, there's no such thing, but, you know, make yourself look really special. Okay, I think that's all I have for this reading. Thank you for listening. Bye.